Hello everybody, Aviation 1881 here, making a video. And I'll be kind of quickly talking about the C-17 I got, the NATO Papa GeminiMacs C-17, which will be at my Windsor airport. I'm going to quickly talk about why it's here, and then I am actually going to talk about how cute the C-17 actually is. And you're probably wondering, how is the C-17 cute? Well, I'll get into that in a bit. So, to start off, this model is actually really nice. I'm not going to get into details, but one of the things I noticed almost right off the bat was the light you can see there. It's not painted on, it's actually a 3D piece of red plastic that adds a nice little shine when you look at it from different angles. Not sure if you'll be able to see the shine. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see the shine there, which is actually really cool if you have a C-17 model. And this model is really nice. There's a couple things I noticed that I liked, like the rear cargo doors. I already knew these would open, which is really cool. I have been on C-17s before. I've been on a few. One thing I never noticed before, though, is that part right there. The landing gear, nice. I did not know they were 3 in a row. I thought it was just 2. And when the landing gear go up, they turn from this way to this way, and they then get sucked up. And I never noticed that right here, this part actually extends further out than here, which is something new. And a cool little fact, since I am Canadian and I like to brag every now and then, this one's not going to be a brag, but the engines are Pratt & Whitney Canada engines, so the engines for the C-17s are made in Canada. I just thought I'd share that little fun fact. And now as to why I have a NATO C-17 here. My original goal was for a Canadian Forces C-17. Those are extremely rare, and I assume that most of those are actually owned by someone in Canada. And if I do find one, which I did find one on eBay before, but I wasn't ready to pay the amount of money that they were asking for it. So I settled with NATO. Canada is a part of NATO. The city where I live in, Windsor, we do have a infantry regiment and an armor regiment, so I figured I'd kind of play things around a bit and say that my NATO C-17 is busy doing cargo runs between Windsor and Trenton Air Force Base, which is just north of Toronto, Cold Lake, which is probably our biggest Air Force base in Canada, as well as going to different bases in the United States and elsewhere in theaters where NATO is playing a role. So that is kind of why I got my C-17. Now, why did I say the C-17 is cute? Well, for one, the C-17 is a big plane. It's, a little bit larger than your average Cessna, no big deal. But I'm just going to kind of compare it to other aircraft. And when I first saw pictures of the C-17, I thought it was a huge plane. But it's not as big as I hoped it would be in real life, and the model forms just kind of really show that off. So there's my C-17, looking beautiful, and then I'm going to put a sub 340. So you can kind of see the size difference, pretty easy to tell. Now I'm going to step it up, and I'm going to put my Delta E-170 beside there. Decent size difference. I'm going to step it up a little bit of a larger step. I'm going to go from the E-170 to the Delta 767 300ER. And it's here where the C-17 begins to look kind of small, but not small at the same time. I'm not sure if you'll understand what I mean. But there they are, nose to nose, relative same height overall. Engine to nose. And then the length. Let's see if I can figure out. There we go. They're about the same length. The 767 300ER is just a tad longer, just a little bit. And then we'll put this C-17 beside a Singapore Airlines 777 300ER. And the 777 certainly seems quite a decent amount bigger. There is wingtip of the 300ER to almost the top of that sharklet on the C-17. And that's what I mean by it's kind of a cute plane. It's big, but it's small at the same time. Length, the C-17 is quite a bit shorter. I'd say 1/3 shorter. There it is, nose to nose. You can see that the bottom of the nose of the 777 kind of touches the top of the nose of the C-17, which I thought, it's kind of cool how big the plane is, yet compared to other aircraft, it can seem small or decent size, which is one of the reasons why I love aviation. And then we'll probably get the biggest military cargo plane there is, the C-5 Galaxy. And then we're just gonna put those together, and you can just see the immense size difference of the big C-17 to the even bigger C-5 Galaxy. And like I said, that's one of the reasons why I love aviation. Just the different types of aircraft, the different sizes, and some planes, like when you're up close and personal, they seem big, and then when you see them beside another plane, it's like, wow. And I thought the C-17 was big. I'm going to put them tail to tail. There it is. Now you'll notice on the C-5 it doesn't have the gem on it for the light. I actually don't see a light on the top of the tail there. As well as the C-5, the rear cargo doors do not open like the C-17, which you can just see the paint outlines there. The paint lines of the cargo doors. A lot more landing gear though. But that's just kind of the quick video, well, not so quick video I wanted to make about my C-17 now. It will probably be the only C-17 I will have at Windsor Airport, and maybe if I do find a Canadian Forces C-17 I may or may not get that, but that's basically the biggest military role you'll see at my airport is the C-17 here. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave a comment below. Don't forget to like the video, and I will see you in my next one.